Alex, lovely to have you joining us on talkSPORT. It's an absolute privilege, and I can't believe it's our first conversation with you.
Yes. Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I was telling you earlier about my trainer's a massive talkSPORT listener, and I mean, like, I think he sleeps with it on. He wakes up, he showers with it on. Whenever we're at track, it's playing. So yeah, big fan.
We love to hear it. Absolutely. How are you feeling about the year so far? Let's just get that question in.
Mixed. Truthfully mixed. It feels like a fairly good year for us. I mean, personally speaking, I feel like it's been a strong year. We started off the year quite well, and then as the year's gone on, we've just started to pull back a little bit to people around us. So we are struggling to get into the points. That's really our main focus. We've got some upgrades coming for this weekend and for next weekend, so hopefully we're back in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, looking for the first point since Bahrain. With those changes, have you got the confidence that it's going to work well in Canada?
Yes. Forecast is completely wet, so hopefully it's harder to know really how they're doing. We've done a lot of laps in the simulator driving this new upgrade, so we have a good idea, a good estimation as to how much quicker we should be, but it never works out the same as it does in simulator. There's always a bit of discrepancy, let's say, with let's say the math data and the real world performance.
Yeah, sure. And I understand it's just your car that's being upgraded. It's not Logan Sargent's as well.
It is. So I'm the lucky guy. I'm the one responsible for not crashing it straight away. So yeah.
Fingers crossed. And you're a man after my own heart as well, because I know you love your animals. You've got your own Instagram account for your pets. And yeah. I think I read before that they say you get them a takeaway when you get some points or in the top 10. And when you
yes.
So they're hoping for a takeaway this weekend.
The takeaway is a Nando's. They love a cheeky Nando's, the cats do. I'm obviously not there. You know, I'll be around the world somewhere else. So it's my family that get the takeaway food. I'm not there straight after a race on Deliveroo trying to make the order. But yes, it is a tradition that the cats get their takeaway, so they're happy. We've got 13 cats, I believe. I've lost count now. We've got a dog and a horse. Oh. So it's a good meal. It's a feast.
Very nice. That's a big takeaway.
I don't want to know how much we spend on delivery. That's not even for human consumption.
I love it. Going back to the racing though, and we're speaking of you getting those upgrades and Logan not. Being his first year, do you feel like you've taken on this kind of tutorial role this year, or the big brotherly role, trying to help him blend into that first year?
To some extent, yes. I see a lot of what Logan goes through and just, you know, being a rookie in him, as I was that person in 2019. You know, I can see things he's going through, the positives, the negatives, the struggles, the things that he finds easy. Realistically speaking, the driving bit is the easiest bit. The performance and the pace is actually what comes most natural, because it's what we've always been born to do, you know, since, I don't know, 7, 8 years old when we first stepped into a go-kart. The hard bit is all the noise around it. Such a circus that we go to, controlling the emotions and all that kind of thing. It can be pretty intense. So yeah, I have been kind of guiding him, but at the same time as well, leading, I would say, I hope, by example. Maybe he wants to follow me, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he also realizes that's not what to do. I don't know, but we do get on well, and I do try to teach him as much as I can.
That's great to hear. I imagine, like you say, it's so challenging, and especially when you look back at the last month or so as well, with Imola getting cancelled. I wonder what that's like, preparing yourself mentally for a Formula One race and then finding out, you know, a day before or so that it won't be going ahead. And I know, of course, it was for very good reason, but what does your brain go through with that?
It's a bit of a strange one. We're in the taxi on the way to the airport, and then 20 minutes into the journey, they tell us it's cancelled, so turn around and go back home. We actually had a more extreme example in Melbourne in 2020. We all flew out to the race, and that was during the COVID pandemic, at the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
And some of the team members from, I think it was McLaren, caught it, and then we were at the circuit on the Friday morning and had to also go home. So we're, in a weird way, we're not unused to it, but you you spend so much time preparing for the weekend, doing all the work, in the simulator with the engineers, having meetings, to not be able to race. It is a shame. And also on a track like Imola, because it is, let's just say there are some tracks you wouldn't mind not racing at, but Imola is one of the good ones.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I know you say it's going to be raining in Montreal this weekend. Hopefully there's no, the race can get underway. Are you feeling confident about the track? You love it and you're feeling good?
Amazing circuit, a lot of fun. Very bumpy, very old school. If you make a mistake, you're in the wall, that kind of thing, which as drivers, we enjoy that feeling of adrenaline as we're driving around. Obviously them upgrades, as I talked about, there's a bit of hope, bit of excitement around them. Hopefully it won't be a disappointing weekend and one where we can do a better job. So yeah, bring it on. And it's a cool place, cool city, so I've been eating a lot of food, putting on some weight.
What's your favorite meal out in Canada?
Well, they always talk about firstly there's always like Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is the best.
It's a big thing. I'm trying to organize to get some, they're like the mini, I don't know what the tidbits.
Mini donuts.
I must have butchered that name completely, but I'm trying to get them for the whole team, hopefully tomorrow. What else? There's the God, how do I forget everything? The chips with all the food and the gravy and the poutine.
Nice.
I don't think you know what that is, but
no. I've never been to Canada, which is sad, but all I know is Tim Hortons and those mini donuts, and their coffee is unreal.
It is good. And then there's a chip dish, and then they have good French food.
Love it.
But I had sushi yesterday, and the sushi was great. So I think it's good everywhere. Everything's good, and they have good Italian food because there's a lot of Italians here. And there's good Asian food because a lot of Asians here. So very multicultural.
You couldn't wish for better for a racetrack. I mean,
I'm actually going to stay here afterwards. I'm going to stay a few days afterwards with my girlfriend, just get an Airbnb and explore the city a bit more.
Well, enjoy it. We can't wait to see you race. Good luck and hopefully some points and a top 10 finish this weekend.
That's fingers crossed. Thank you.